see, I can definitely do that one. That one would be really interesting. Let's see. Oh hey, I'm glad you finally made it. Let's head back to my office and I will explain everything there. Follow me. So, I should probably introduce myself. My name is Seth. I'm the creator of Today I Learned. That being this YouTube channel, of course. And don't worry, there's no need for you to make an introduction. Obviously, I can't see or hear you. Why did I write that down in the script? Now, I'm assuming you're here looking for an answer to the titular question of this video. What is this channel? Well, it's about learning new things. You figured that out already. Okay, well, you know what? Before I give you a more detailed explanation, I need to do something first. I'm going to prove that you like learning.
Ew, gross. Learning? I hate learning. It's so boring.
You and I have very different ideas of learning. Your idea of learning probably looks something like this. Alright students, when I hand you your assignment, please read the instructions very carefully. This assignment is a very large part of this semester's grade. So, work hard and read the instructions, please. Here you go. Are you serious? I gotta read this whole article? Come on. And I have to write a 3-page essay? This is so dumb. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this assignment is due at the end of the week, so you have until the end of this class on Friday to turn in everything around this assignment. Thank you. What? Does this feel familiar? According to a study done by Yale University on students in the United States, over 15,000 of those students said they associated negative emotions such as boredom, anxiety, stress, and depression with school. Now, in order to learn, you have to be motivated to do so. But negative emotions like these cause a lower motivation. So, many people have a negative association around learning as a whole. But my idea of learning is something much better than just a stressful work environment. Let's head back first, though, before I explain it. I don't think either of us want to be reminded of this. There are tons of examples of people going out of their way to learn something, even when it's completely on their own. Athletes will analyze games, plays, strategies, and techniques to get insight on the sport or game that they play and improve on their skills. Gamers will fight a boss over and over again to learn the attack pattern and master that battle so they can defeat the boss. Examples of wanting to learn could even include trying to get gossip out of one of your friends about someone that you know. And don't lie to me. I know you've done that. Yes! Let's go. What? Why? What does that even mean? I'm sure many of you have even watched a YouTube video from an educational creator because you were curious about the topic of their video. And that's exactly how this channel is going to prove you like to learn, by showing you a variety of questions you didn't know you were curious about. However, there's one last thing you need to know before I fully describe my purpose for creating this channel. We need to talk about curiosity. Nope. No. Do it again. Curiosity. But like, what is it? The Webster's Dictionary defines curiosity as the desire to know or learn something. Yeah. Cool. We're not lame though. So let's take this a little bit deeper. This specific definition of curiosity is what's known as epistemic curiosity. And the reason that we have this desire to know or learn something is because we're rewarded when we learn it. Now, I don't mean extrinsic rewards, or in other words, rewards that are materialistic or have more than just the value that you associate with them. Examples of extrinsic rewards could be money or ice cream. But we didn't evolve to obtain epistemic curiosity because we got ice cream every time we learned something. So if you're only here watching this video because you thought you'd get ice cream at the end, well, too bad. You can't have any. Ice cream does sound pretty good, though. The reward that we receive for learning is expanding our knowledge, and then being able to share that knowledge with others. This is really good. This reward is intrinsic, meaning that the value is something you created, not a value that can be taken away like external rewards, just slowly beaten to death by math homework. Although, because having a desire to learn is so important to being human, there are many other benefits as well. For example, learning about something that you're curious about can make you feel accomplished.
How's it feel to win, Joe?
I won?
It can make you feel more satisfied. It can help you empathize with others.
With new 5-hour empathy.
5-hour empathy? What's that?
And it can even make you more productive at work, school, or even in a hobby. As you've probably guessed, the intrinsic value of curiosity is a very important part of our evolution as a species. But that means that everyone is included in having curiosity. That's right, even you, Simeon. You're not an exception. Don't look at them, look at me. Curiosity's coming for you, and you can't escape it. Having this insatiable desire to learn is part of why humans have thrived throughout history. It's how we learned to make fire. Woo! And how we found out that we can use fire to make food safer through cooking, shown through this historically accurate recreation. Just like our ancestors used to do it. Famous author and astrophysicist Mario Livio explains, "Our brain and our mind assigns value to this knowledge, so this is usually experienced as a pleasurable thing, with an anticipation of reward in the form of what we learn." And, as many of you know, dopamine is the chemical associated with the reward center in our brain, giving us feelings of pleasure for certain actions, like satisfying our curiosity. Dopamine can also be very addictive. So, I guess you could say that learning is a drug. Yep, that's right. I'm addicted to drugs. Please don't tell my mom I said that. Even though having a strong desire to learn was important for survival, back when survival was more than just resisting the temptation to eat only a bag of potato chips for lunch again, it's still used all the time today. For example, did you know that only 22.7% of American high schoolers are guaranteed personal finance education? They're going to have a strong desire to learn that one after they graduate. Also, I know for a fact that you've looked something up on Google or on YouTube because you needed to know that information literally right this second. I don't care what anybody tells me, alright? There's no way that anybody watched the 2008 cinematic masterpiece Space Chimps and didn't look up its IMDb to confirm that yes, Patrick Warburton is in fact voicing a poorly animated primate cosmonaut. Okay, so I've proven that learning is all around us, and we've defined curiosity and its importance to us as a species. So I know what you're saying.
Please, just answer the question in the title already.
Well, good for you. You finally made it to that part of the video. So, let me explain exactly why I created this channel. To start, I was inspired by a TED Talk given by Michael Stevens, creator of the well-known channel on YouTube, Vsauce. Great TED Talk, by the way. If you haven't seen it, link is in the description. I left that video wanting to learn about everything. I wanted to know everything about the world. My curiosity was at an all-time high. The problem is, I don't really know what I don't know. and neither do you. Picture this. The amount of knowledge that you currently have is equivalent to the volume of the room that you are currently in. By comparison, the amount of knowledge about the world or the universe that you don't currently have is equivalent to the volume of the Earth. With so much information that I know I don't know, where do I even start? How am I supposed to know exactly what I will be really curious about if I'm just generally curious about everything? Well, the best way that I found for me to learn about things that I didn't even know I wanted to learn about was to do one simple thing. Ask others what questions they were curious about. By answering their curiosity, I've researched questions ranging from how did the Neanderthals go extinct to where do the names for our colors come from, all the way to what is moss. All of those questions, by the way, will be videos on their own on this channel. And if they're already there, you should definitely go and check them out. All very interesting topics that I didn't even think of asking myself. And by far, the best part of this process was always getting to share the story I uncovered during my research with the person who shared their curiosity with me. So, to answer the titular question of this video, that's it. That's what this channel is. It's an archive of all of those stories, of all the in-depth answers I found in my research for the people who asked the questions that were burning on their minds and in their curiosity. And that includes you. That's right, you could have your very own video just by leaving a question that you're curious about down in the comments below. So to end off this video, I want to ask you a question. What will you be curious about today? That brings us to the end of the first video on Today I Learned. Remember, don't just stay curious, but share that curiosity with those around you. And as always, thanks for learning with me.